Jabari
Wakanda
Curriculum,
is the greatest nation
Lesson 3.
in the world.
Wakanda is the greatest nation
Barking
in the
Essentials.
Yes.
But, Mr. Ruger, isn't Calican the greatest nation in the world? I mean, like...
POV, a Florida classroom.
Alright guys, so we got to talk about a woke BLM activist teacher going wild, forcing his kids to participate in his woke political activism against Ron DeSantis's new bill, okay, the Stop Woke Act, which basically tries to prevent racial indoctrination of children in school, okay, and pornographic material from reaching kids in school as well too. Now the left, the Democrats, the mainstream liberal media have extrapolated the text of this law to basically mean that Ron DeSantis is trying to ban all books in school, right? Ron DeSantis is banning books in school is what they're saying, okay? It's really quite ridiculous to see the mainstream liberal media and the Democrats absolutely lie about this law and what it does and what it's intended to do. But again, it is entertaining nonetheless, okay? And this TikTok right here, or a few TikToks from this teacher out in Florida, or somebody who appears to be a teacher, okay? He's in a classroom with kids, should be removed as soon as possible. But this teacher recorded videos in which he's basically making his students participate in this political protest against Ron DeSantis and this new law. Take a look.
I'm about to run up on these kids and start banning these books right away.
Hey, what y'all reading? What y'all reading? Harry Potter? You reading Harry Potter? Oh, witchcraft. Gotta go. Hey. A black boy? No, absolutely not. What you reading? The Hate You Give? I'm gonna give you something to hate. This book's gone. Say goodbye. What you reading? I wonder how you feel once this book is gone. Say goodbye. What you reading? What in the gotta go, class act. What is this class act? I'll show you a class act. This book, Say Goodbye. You, hey, what you reading? Holes. Digging up holes? I'm gonna dig up a hole and bury this book in it.
POV, a Florida classroom.
Hey, what are you reading? I made a mistake. You cannot be reading. Look at what they're reading in here. Look at this. Absolutely not. No, I made a mistake. The dictionary is a no. Give me the book. Your diction will be lesser now. You will not know these words. These words are atrocious. I shall not read books. Books are bad. If I read, it's approved by the feds. Y'all hear that? Yeah. Hey, what? Y'all hear? What's going on in here? Is that a book? Is this a book?
No!
Take care of her.
POV, a Florida classroom.
It's just a book! I know the feeling.
Yeah, so this guy should be fired immediately, okay, and probably charged with a felony under Ron DeSantis' new law for indoctrinating children. I'm so serious. He should be fired and charged with a felony and probably locked up, okay? I'm so serious about that because this is disgusting. I mean, the dude has white kids worshiping and feeding black kids as a part of some skit for Black History Month. Right? Again, I don't care if it's a joke that you put on TikTok or whatever. I don't care if it's not real. You don't use kids like this, right? You don't use kids as props like this for your political agenda, okay? That's not cool. You're straight up using kids to push your political ideology in school, which was the whole point of the law in the first place. The point of the law was to stop that from happening. Now, this dumbass posted this on social media on his TikTok for clicks and likes, and I hope he gets fired, right? I hope that this video goes viral. I hope that his school sees this and they get rid of his ass ASAP, because activists like this, woke extreme activists like this, do not belong anywhere near children. In fact, his laptop should be checked. Okay, again, I'm serious. That's the whole point. That is the whole point. This right here, this is what these teachers are doing. They're indoctrinating these kids in school into their political ideology. Now these kids probably hate DeSantis, right? They think that DeSantis is banning books, which is a lie, okay? We're going to talk more about why it's a lie, because this is an orchestrated effort by the teachers' unions and the mainstream liberal media and the Democrat Party to smear DeSantis as somebody banning books, when that's just 100% not true. These schools, the truth is, these schools and these districts and these activist teachers are preemptively taking books off shelves, taking pictures of it, and then try to say this is Ron DeSantis' fault. When Ron DeSantis hasn't really banned any books, he just says, hey, we have to have a review of some of these books to ensure that there's no pornography in the books. But yet they extrapolate that to mean Ron DeSantis is banning all books. And again, because the mainstream liberal media is, again, in the bed of the Democrat Party, they hate Republicans. They're not actually really doing a fact check to show that, hey, that's not true. But I want you guys to pay attention to this news report here from CBS that kind of alludes to my point. Okay, pay attention to the text of the law and what the law is supposed to actually do, and then pay attention to what the school is doing. Take a look.
A Florida school district has pulled 176 books from its libraries to comply with the new state education reform law championed by Governor Ron DeSantis. The latest to be pulled for review, a book about baseball legend Roberto Clemente. A passage in Roberto Clemente, Pride of the Pittsburgh Pirates, references the racism he faced in the U.S. Here's CBS's Christian Benavides.
Jacksonville teacher Andrea Phillips specializes in helping third graders who struggle to read.
Without a diverse variety of books that represent my students, I can't get them interested in books. Here's my book, Prison.
2 weeks ago, as the state celebrated Literacy Week in schools, Phillips says she was told to pack up her classroom library.
We were being directed until all books could be vetted and we could be sure that we were in compliance with the state laws.
Duval County Public Schools, which includes Jacksonville, said it would conduct a formal review of all books. While that review is ongoing, classrooms and school libraries look like this. Under Florida's HB 1467 law, beginning this year, school books have to be reviewed by a media specialist to ensure they're free of pornography or certain race-based teachings. From kindergarten to third grade, the books must be free of instruction on sexual orientation and gender identity. The school district reminded educators violating parts of the law could lead teachers to be charged with a felony.
They've come for teachers over masks. They've come for teachers over books. Teachers have been called groomers.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed several new education laws that he says empower parents.
Floridians want our school system to be about educating kids, not indoctrinating kids.
Sixth grader Jonas Walter fears one of his favorite books may be banned from the classroom.
Because there's a boy who likes a boy in the series.
Stephanie Jorgensen Walter is his mother.
I think what the legislation is doing is trying to stoke fear that things are happening in the classroom that aren't really happening.
Phillips vows to continue her fight for as long as she can.
These all have to go. So I have some health issues that I don't know how much longer I'll be in the classroom. It's very upsetting, and it's really hard for me to not just want to yell and scream about, how crazy this whole situation is.
School libraries have thousands of books. Add to that classroom libraries, and often it's just one media specialist per school sorting through it all. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Jacksonville.
Again, straight up propaganda, right? Straight up propaganda. But before I tell you why it's propaganda, let's actually listen to Ron DeSantis and his response to criticisms that he's banning books from teacher shelves. Take a look.
Several media outlets are claiming Florida is emptying their libraries A WLRN story title reads, "Censorship Fears Deepen as Broward Teacher Told to Cover and Close All Classroom Libraries." An NBC Miami story reads, "Roberto Clemente book among 1 million titles removed from Florida public schools." And a Vice article reads, "Florida teachers are emptying classroom libraries to avoid going to jail." Meanwhile, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis says this is a distortion of the situation given that the overwhelming majority of the books being removed contain material that's not suitable for children.
I think it's all politically motivated, but what the Department of Education, I've asked them, I said, talk to these school districts. Are there books that are problematic? Are you really removing? And make them justify what they're doing. Because I can tell you, with our curriculum transparency, parents are concerned if you have in 6th grade the ability to access a book that has pornographic acts depicted, and you have seen that.
Newsmax confirmed that several books containing sexually explicit content were found in at least the following districts: Orange County Public Schools, Collier County Public Schools, and Seminole County Public Schools. We reached out to other counties requesting confirmation on other books allegedly found and removed, but have yet to hear back. And speaking of education, DeSantis is considering getting rid of advanced placement classes after the College Board criticized the governor over the removal of the AP African American Studies course, which the state deemed contained material pushing a certain political agenda. And that's not the only plan on the governor's mind. On Wednesday, DeSantis proposed a digital Bill of Rights.
We're going to be proposing, and we're working with the legislature to enact a digital Bill of Rights, which will protect Floridians from big tech harms and big tech overreaches, also taking even stronger action to address threats posed by CCP-related entities like TikTok, but not only TikTok, but doing it much broader than just state government devices.
Among the proposals, it prohibits any state or local government from contacting a big tech company to police or censor protected speech.
Yeah, Ron DeSantis is ahead of the curve, man. I mean, he's just ahead of the curve on everything, okay? I can't speak more highly of Ron DeSantis than I already have. I mean, the guy he's just ahead of everything, okay? It's amazing, okay? The guy should be president, right? He really should. But again, why is this propaganda? Well, the reason why it's propaganda in terms of what the liberal media is pushing is that this is what they're doing. They're saying, well, we have to remove pornographic books from our shelves, which means that books need to be reviewed to make sure that they comply with the law. It's very clear what the law says, okay? It's very clear which books need to be removed and which books don't, okay? The dictionary does not need to be removed. Holes does not need to be removed. I don't even think Kill a Mockingbird needs to be removed, okay? It's very clear what books need to be removed and what books don't need to be removed, right? But what they do is they say, no, we're going to remove all books and then say, well, the law made us do it, right? The law made us remove all these books. That's it. That's literally why it's propaganda, because 99.99999% of those books are in compliance with the law. It's only a select few books, again, like Gender Queer, right? Let's Talk About It. These books that are about sex, that are targeted towards kids, those are the books that they're trying to remove. They're not trying to remove the books that basically everybody grew up reading in school. They're not trying to remove those books. They're not trying to remove Harry Potter, okay, Judy B. Jones, right? Is that a book? Is it Judy B. Jones? I think that's what it is. It could be something. I'm just saying. They're not trying to remove that, right? Dr. Seuss, they're not trying to remove those things. They're simply trying to remove books that everybody with common sense can agree are inappropriate. But see, here's what conservatives have to start doing, right? They say, okay, the Democrats want pornography in school. Right? Just really that simple, right? The liberals, the teachers unions, they want pornography in school because all we want to do is remove porn. Do you agree with porn being in school? Right? Just ask any one of these people, do you agree with porn being in school? Yes or no? Because if you have a problem with this law, then clearly that's what you want, because that's the intent of the law. Everything else you're saying is just not true. All those other books are in compliance. But if you have porn in your books, then yeah, that should be removed. You think that should be in books for, kindergartners? You think kindergartners should be watching porn in school? Do you believe that? And if you do believe that, again, you should have your laptop checked, right? You should be put on a watch list, okay? Probably checked in some type of institution. Again, that's how you turn it around back on these people. Anybody that's against this law likes porn for kids. That's it, right? That's what you should start saying, because that's what it seems like. And see, because that's what the Democrats do. Anybody that agrees with Ron DeSantis' law wants all books banned from school. All right, cool. Well, we'll extrapolate, people that are against this law to the extreme as well, too. And honestly, that's not an extrapolation to the extreme. That's honestly just reality. If you're against this law, then you must like having adult content in school for kids. You must want them exposed to it, right? Because that's the only reason I could think of that you would be opposed to this. Again, it's just amazing the political stunts these people pull, right? And the mainstream liberal media goes along with it, and then they push it out there because they know that DeSantis is probably going to run for president and he has a good chance of winning. So this is what they do. Well, this guy was banning books. Look at all these pictures of teachers pulling books off shelves because Ron DeSantis banned these books when Ron DeSantis didn't ban any of those books. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But like I said, that teacher at the beginning of this video should be fired. He should be fired immediately and probably charged with a felony. All right, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.